with little Miss Mimi, doing our place work. So this is going to be a video where we'll be going over a few things. We'll be doing some place, we'll be doing some recall work, we'll be probably going on a road walk, working some door work, all these little things with our puppy, all being able to reinforce it with all different kind of applications to be able to get our puppy to do what we're needing her to be able to do, all minimal as well. Alright, so all we're working on right now is assumptions. There we go, working on the idea that, yeah, right now we are working on just doing nothing. We're doing nothing in his designated location though, location by the pack leader, so that way she can clear some confusion in her head for what is she supposed to be doing. Yep, just doing nothing. Stay. So the walking that we do is to be able to encourage and incite puppy to want to be able to try to think to be able to get off of the place, but we're not wanting puppy to. We're trying to be able to enforce stay on that little location. And here in the very beginning of training our puppy to do all of this, I do expect puppy to be excited and trying to be able to get my attention through doing random little things like what we were just seeing a little bit ago, where a little one is trying to get off the cot, move over here, move over to the edge, look over at the edge, look at me, get excited, wiggle around and whatnot, trying all these little avenues to try to get my attention. All of these avenues garnering no response, so that way she's not getting any confirmation, yes, for acting that way, but the only responses that she gets is the response for behaving correctly and doing the correct job. Okay? Stay. Right? Good work. We got the line on her to be able to guarantee reinforcement, so if she gets off in the place, I can use those little bumps on the line to give her some guidance to figure out where to go back toward, to be able to get to success again. Right. Notice that I'll look over puppy, not really giving her much eye contact. This is just canceling out little accidental confirmations for her to believe that it's okay to be able to get off the cot. Yes. Because I'll let her know whenever it's okay, right? There will be those phrases to allow puppy to know it's a good idea to get off the place. Yeah. Let's go. Yes, good girl. Thank you, I know. And because she is a little one, she is a little kid still. I do expect her to do little kid behaviors every once in a while. She just wanders around. She'll try to hop on me. I try my best. Don't react to it. To set yourself up for success, fit that little foot onto the line to be able to guarantee that she can. All right. Let's go. Place. Stay. And we wander. I'll let baby girl know whenever it's time to be able to get off. There's key phrases that she can listen for and she can understand from us. Like, yes, good girl, stay. Right? Because there are certain things, we'll say that certain phrase that is the two bumps to be able to get her to be able to understand it is a good idea to get off of the place that you're on right now and come over to me. But I'll let you know. Now you can optimistically try to get off a place, wander away, do your own little thing. That's completely fine. Go for those optimistic ideas. Believe in your thought patterns. They're the best way to teach you what's right, what's wrong to do. But those thought patterns that are the wrong thought patterns for your 1 + 1 scenario will always equal the wrong answer. It's not going to end up becoming 2 each time. The 2 answer, the simplified answer that keeps her feeling this comfortable is just doing the correct job. But as soon as she assumes to do the incorrect job, typically is where she starts to fall into hassles in her own life and she starts to recognize this isn't really working out for me. Every time that I try to get off of the place, or if I try to move from a stay whenever I'm told to stay, I end up going back to the location again. And I have to do it again. So I might as well just kind of cut out the middleman to listen to the pack leader and realize that it's okay to be able to just stay on this little thing here. Stay. Instead of always thinking that I need to be able to just see if I need to do something, see if I need to do something, see if I need to do something, when right now your job is to just do nothing, right? She's doing a version of nothing, she's doing a version of chill, she's just doing chill over there instead of right here with me. So, but whenever she makes a mistake, and she's made a couple in this session, hold them, right? Place, stay. Whenever she makes a mistake, The response has been, it's okay. Right? I'm not getting frustrated, not getting over worried with puppy, not trying to hastily try to be able to re-equip everything, try to grab the line, try to get puppy, try to put it back over there, try to force all this other stuff. No. Take your time, be relaxed with it. The more relaxed, nonchalant you are to be able to get her back onto it, the more relaxed your puppy starts to mimic that behavior that you're giving out. Your body energy, your puppy's going to kind of become that monkey see, monkey do situation. So if you are always over the top with reacting to what your puppy does, then your puppy's going to start looking for that over the top reaction. Your puppy's going to start hunting for that over the top reaction, not looking for that either. I'm looking for a little one that just understands this is how we work. This is how we commingle together. This is what we do together. There's a simple job list for me to do. All right, let's go. Yes, good puppy. Thank you very much. Good job. Right? Because I can give her all of those answers that she's looking for anyway, because that's kind of what my puppy's looking for during the day anyway. That confusion of what am I supposed to be doing with myself can be easily gotten rid of as long as I know what jobs to give her. Simple jobs, she's only got 3. One of her jobs is to do nothing with me when it's time to do nothing. Second job is whenever I call for you, it's time for you to come back. And the third job is whenever we go on a walk, I want you to go on a walk with me. I don't need you to walk with me. So if we can keep her in that job wheelhouse of how can I set her up to do one of those jobs a little bit more often during the day, then you kind of have a puppy who's self-sufficient, place. And you have a puppy who understands, stay, that there are certain things that I can actually do with the pack leader, place, during the day that I can just do for them that doesn't require much. Much thought out of the pack leader to tell me to do these things, because these things that I do start to become triggers for me. I'm talking from the puppy's point of view. The trigger for this is if I remain on place long enough, eventually I get triggered to do a recall. Getting triggered to do a recall rewards in being able to get food. So if I do nothing long enough, nothing will eventually lead to me being able to do something, because something is also inside my wheelhouse of one of my jobs. Coming over to my pack leader and going on a walk gets me paid to be able to do these things for them. Sometimes just remaining on place doing nothing can also garner a reward from the human randomly. This can be a physical reward, it can be a food reward, doesn't matter what kind of reward it is, but it's got to be a good one that your puppy enjoys on a day-to-day basis. But the reward of being able to do nothing can come down to the simplest term of if your little one is already outside of the crate, you come home from work or you just come home from the grocery store or whatnot, the idea of her doing that can get responses from you. It can trigger something from the pack leader. That behavior can trigger a yes from me or a dopamine release for me, where I feel the need to walk over to baby girl, scrunch up her little head a little bit, make her little bit, scrunch up her little ears, make her feel all cute and everything, because she made me feel good, because doing that version of nothing was a great idea in my book. Right? Doing that version of nothing also, while you get yourself taken care of inside the house and you do your own thing, and then coming around the corner, you see baby girl is still doing the correct version of nothing, can also lead to her being able to just naturally get a piece of food. You guys go get one of her treats, a bone or whatnot, you bring it over to her, you give it to her, you say you've been doing a great job, here you go for doing nothing. And she starts prioritizing doing nothing in these locations, because these locations become stations for her to work inside of. Starts realizing that if I work on these little beds, these little cots, these little things that these guys leave out here for me, because I'm sure she's got a couple of beds around the house that we can start to prioritize as these are places for you. These are locations that you go to specifically to do nothing until told otherwise by the pack leader. But for us in the beginning, because this is a little bit down the line before we ask our puppy to come off the place at a distance, we like to return to our little ones, and we like to be able to give them the okay to get off. Let's go. Good job. So that way there's no confusion on when it's time to get off. The idea of, okay, being able to tell my puppy that it's a good idea to come off at a distance. Sometimes they get the message wrong. Sometimes they're trying to read between your message and conversations that you're having with somebody else, and they're just trying too hard, so it kind of confuses them. So we bring that in later. That's again where the stimulus works within grade zones. If I take my time and I teach them the proper trigger to stimulation ratio, then I have a puppy who understands actually what I want them to do, instead of a lot of guesstimation on my puppy's behalf and not really understanding exactly where is A, where is B in my puppy's world. So we're going to go ahead and take this out into the main yard. We're going to get into our recall session, and we're going to start working out there, and then we'll probably get into a walk.
Hi, Lightning. Yes. Good job. Thank you for touching my hand, honey. That was wonderful. Okay. Hi. Yes. Good job. Thank you very much. It's wonderful work you're doing, honey. Okay.
So she's passively playing this game. This is what we've turned recall into for Miss Mia. It's the idea that it's a-okay to wander, perfectly fine to wander around. That's not a problem inside her little world, but it's a really, really good idea. Yes, to passively check in. Right? Check in with the pack leader, see what's going on with the pack, see how it's going. Right? So we can watch it from behind our back, and we see that Mimi follows. Let's turn the other way. Hi, Mimi.
Yes. Good job. Thank you very much, Mimi. Good job, honey. Yum, nom, 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 nom. Go. That worked. Yes. Thank you. I know I got a fancy pants worker, huh? Oh, yes, sir. I'm a fancy pants working here. Yeah. Yeah, honey. I got a Magnolia pod. Okay. Hey, Mimi, I don't think you need to eat one of them, honey. Let's go. Yes, good girl. You freaking goober. Never thought I could eat a Magnolia pod. I thought they would be crunch. Right? Wonderful recall work. No problems there. Alright, we'll go ahead and get into our walk. Alright. Continuation of little Miss Mimi's walk. A relatively simple walk going down for Miss Mimi. Had a couple squirrels up here just a little bit ago, a couple birds. Doesn't take very much. A couple resets pretty much is what little Mimi needs. And even those are relatively simple. Alright, turn, let's go. Thank you very much. Let's go. Thank you. Easy. Easy. I mean, at this point, it's just kind of hanging in my pocket because it's cold. But, yeah. Mimi's walking really good. This is a very, very enjoyable walk. She's at that point now that I would consider her a phone puppy. A phone walking puppy is one of them puppies that you kind of can walk around. Kind of pull your phone out and enjoy yourself as you're walking. Let's go. There you go. Does not require much effort on your end to be able to walk little Mia around anymore. She just enjoys walking around with us. And that's fantastic. Easy. Good work, Mimi. Let's go. Thank you. Good job, Mimi.